Hey, I'm Kev Kiemuska, and welcome to Road to Glory in WRC 3 episode 48. Last time out we started our adventure in the Pacific area with a single stage event and a rally event, and we got all of the stars that you can see in the area counted at area 7. And so we're going to continue going through this area, doing the middle event, starting with another single stage event in New Zealand. That's where all the events are in this area. In a Class 2 car, got to get 3,400 ability points. Of course, come first to get all of those stars. And we got quite a few Class 2 cars to choose from, 5 in total. We got the Ford Fiesta S2000, we also got the Fiat Abarth Grande Punto, we got the Skoda Fabia, we got the Proton as well, we got a Peugeot 207, but I think we're going to stick with the Ford Fiesta S2000. Ford has been kind to us in recent events, will be kind to us here.
Great, go! Right, left chicane, and left 2. Right 4, 40, and left 3. Right 4, then left 2, long trees inside. Right 6 into left 4, tighten, don't cut. Then right 2, long into left 4. Right 3 into left 3, tighten, drop inside. Then hairpin right, don't cut. Left 4 into right 3 and 40 through water. Left 4 into left 3 into right 3. Left 3 and right 3 long. 60 through water on crest through water. Hairpin left, very narrow into right 4. Then hairpin right and 40. Left 3 into right 3 and 60. Open, careful, jump. Left 3 and right 5 into left 6. Then hairpin right and left 2. Long trees outside. Right 4 into left 3. Hairpin right, very narrow. Left 4 into right 4 and hairpin left, 100. Right 6 into left 5. Hairpin right and 40. Left 4 into right 5. Hairpin left. Right 3, very long, past fence, open. 18, careful, jump, and jump. Right 3, 40, on crest, then left 3, post outside, finish.
And we of course line in first place, and we've just snuck in to get all the ability points, to get all of the stars, as well as we finish over 6 seconds ahead of our fellow Ford teammate there with the Fiat Bath in third. But we got all the stars again on that first stage in this episode, and we're 3 events through this New Zealand area, which has a few less events than the areas we've seen previously. This only has 10 events due to only being in one country, as you have seen on the map. So, you know, the Ford Fiesta, the Class 2 cars in general are quite nice to drive, you know, a bit less powerful than the WRC cars, of course, or the 90s and 80s cars, but just fun to drive as you get a cracked 1 livery from that event. And now we're going to move on to a crash and run contest in a 2000s car. We've got to get 4,600 points on the board by the end to get all of the stars, and something a bit different than we've had in this area so far. So we've got 3 2000s cars to choose from: Ford Fiesta, Seat, Subaru Impreza, almost said Seat, and the Citroen C4 WRC. Let's see how we do in this beast.
Go!
And we've crossed the line with all of the points, so that means we have got all of the stars as well. 4,600 points means 5 stars added to the total as well. That was a very tricky crashing one contest. There were loads of black barriers everywhere, and you've hit the black barrier, you lose some points, and so we only got the 5 stars. And I had to be very cautious with the power there, as it's very easy to just be a bit ragged, a bit drifty in that section, like I normally am with that car. So you know, we've got the back end out, would have lost some points there. So you have to be very tight and precise on that contest, and we're going to have to be tight and precise on the gate contest as well in the 90s car order, making it even more tricky, as we have to have 12 seconds left on the clock at the end to get all 5 stars. And we have quite a few 90s cars to choose from, all tricky to drive as well. We've got the Lancia Delta from 91, we've got the Toyota Selena from 92, we've got Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 3 from 96, and the Subaru Impreza from 1997, which the late great Con McRae drove, and sadly today is the 7th year anniversary of his death. So rest in peace to one of the greatest drivers that I ever saw drive a car, and let's hope we do well in his Subaru in this contest.
Great, go!
Oh boy, we did have to be tight and precise again, as we had a very tricky gate contest there through a very tricky section of that stage, but we had 15 seconds left on the clock to get all 5 stars, and that Subaru, you know, just kept in a higher gear than we normally do, so don't be drifting around the corners and get the back end around. But we're trying to just be precise, hitting those gates, going quite slowly between them, but in the end we hit mostly green ones, so that didn't really slow us down. We only hit about 1 red one, I think, so that was very good for us. As we move on to the survival contest now in the second half of this area, and we're going to do this in a class 3 car, and we've got to have 7 seconds left on the clock at the end to get all 5 stars. And as you've seen, these stages are getting even more twisty. They're choosing the twisty parts of these stages, so let's see how we do in this class 3 car. We've got a Subaru Impreza, and we've got a couple of Mitsubishis to choose from, and I said we're going to stick with the Subaru 3, and we're going to stick with the Subaru Impreza WRC STI, which seems to drive the most out the class 3 cars. Quite a nice car to drive, and let's see if it's nice to drive on this contest.
Great, go!
And we cross the line with loads of time on the clock to get all 5 stars as we have 9 seconds left on the clock. The Subaru doesn't quite nut right. It looks like the evil twin of Herbie, but we made it across the line with it in one piece virtually. It still ran at least. So that is now 6 events done in this area. Only 4 left in the next episode, and then it's the big one after that, as we now have 585 stars, and we don't get any goodies for that, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll be back with the penultimate episode of Road to Glory in WRC 3. Sign out for watching, and I'll see you next time.